Craig James said.
June Jones talking and laughing about ESPN football analyst Craig James, who questioned the legitimacy of Hawaii's national ranking during a broadcast last week. He was critical of Hawaii's schedule as well as its defense. Jones, of course, referring to a Greg being defensive coordinator Greg McMackin, who was reportedly quite perturbed by James' comments. How you doing, everybody? Let's talk sports. The Warrior D responded this past Saturday by forcing 5 interceptions in their 48-20 road win over WAC foe Idaho. One Warrior in particular, Myron Newberry, was honored by the conference today as the Defensive Player of the Week. Newberry, a senior defensive back from Texas, recorded 6 tackles and 2 picks against the Vandals. The 2 INTs came on consecutive possessions in the second quarter. One of them returned 76 yards to pay dirt. One of 2 INT TDs in that game for the Hawaii defense.
You know, I think that we were coming into it every week. We were getting a little bit more of an attitude and a little bit more aggressive, and we played that way the whole game. I think defensively this is the best team we've had. You know, I could see last year, Jerry, the last 4 or 5 games, we were starting to buy into the scheme and really playing that way. And then we picked it up, and now they're getting confidence in Greg's scheme.
And a well-timed performance by the defense as well, considering UH quarterback Colt Brennan had an uncharacteristically up-and-down effort, going 30 of 49 for 369 yards, 3 TDs, and 5 interceptions, tying the school record shared by Timmy Chang. Colt was coming off a week of not playing because of a sprained right ankle.
I think Colt wasn't, you know, had been practicing, and I don't care what you say, when you don't practice as much, it does affect your play, and I think it affected his a little bit, but he had some bad luck too.
This Saturday, it's Utah State at Aloha Stadium at 6:05. Warriors now ranked 15th in the coaches poll and 16th in the AP poll. Aggies have yet to win a game this season. Hawaii is the 39-point favorite.
You got to trust it that what you're keying is what it is, and we weren't doing that in the back end early, and now the DBs are really taking it to another level.
I hope you're all having a pleasant evening following UH's win over the Vandals, and despite a career-worst 5 interceptions by Colt Brennan, Warriors moved up in the rankings. School best 15th in the coaches poll, 16th according to AP.
To me, it's like I said, I don't think it means anything till the end of the year. I mean, nobody's going to say, hey, they were ranked 15th in week 5. I mean, you know, that's going to be forgotten. Everybody else is losing, and we keep winning, and you know, so we're inching up. But all this is gone for naught if we don't week in, week out just keep winning games. And if we win games week in, week out, then the country will find out we're a pretty good football team.
Up next for Hawaii, Utah State. Warriors unbeaten at 5-0, 2-0 in conference. Aggies will come to town 0-5 overall, 0-1 in the WAC.
After further review of the game film, Coach June Jones says UH's defense was very physical against Idaho, but UH's offense didn't play as efficiently as it normally does. But that's partly because Colt Brennan has been rehabbing his sprained ankle.
Well, some of it is was I think Colt wasn't, you know, had been practicing, and I don't care what you say, when you don't practice as much, it does affect your play, and I think it affected his a little bit, but he had some bad luck too.
It was very out of character for Colt Brennan to throw a career-high 5 interceptions, especially because he entered the contest with the Vandals with only 1 pick in 3 games. But it's kind of like his mistakes were canceled out by Hawaii's defense, who did some major damage with 5 sacks, 5 picks, and 2 touchdowns. Jones says the key statistic on D was the turnovers.
I have believed forever that if you can take the ball away on defense and run our offense, you're going to win a lot of games. And in reality, that's what defense is. It's one thing to play good defense, but what wins games is taking the football away. And Greg has figured out a little niche on how to do that. I think, everywhere he's been #1 in takeaways, and it has to do with his scheme, with the way we read things in the secondary, and the aggressiveness that the blitzes come with.
And the WAC recognizes that, too. Myron Newberry was named the conference's Defensive Player of the Week today. Newberry recorded 2 interceptions. The first he took back for 22 yards. The second pick he returned for a 76-yard touchdown. The Texas native also recorded a total of 6 tackles in Hawaii's 48-20 victory over Idaho. Here's a look at the latest WAC standings. Hawaii is the only undefeated team at 5-0 overall, 2-0 in the WAC. Fresno State is second, followed by San Jose State. Boise State opens up WAC play this week with New Mexico State and UH's opponent on Saturday. Utah State is winless at 0-5.